What she found on his phone was disturbing. But as terrible as cheating sounds, that wasn't even the worst part. They were 15 when they fell in love. High school sweethearts with a complicated middle school history that somehow made their bond feel deeper, more destined. 4 years. First boyfriend. First everything. Their lives had grown together like roots beneath concrete, impossible to separate without destroying everything above ground. January of senior year, her aunt died. Her mother, shattered like glass, became something unrecognizable. She screamed across the house, refused to pick her up from school. A 17-year-old became the parent. She was drowning, grieving her aunt while managing her mother's rage, burying her own emotions so deep they might never surface. He held her while she cried. He saw everything. He was perfect during her crisis, driving her places when her mother wouldn't, holding her through the tears. The kind of boyfriend everyone wishes they had. Naturally, this was when he started cheating. 2 months later, while he slept beside her, she did what every girlfriend fears they'll have to do. She checked his phone. An ex she'd never heard of. Messages that started strangely, like earlier conversations had been deleted. Messages that began in January, right when her world was ending. Their anniversary. While she celebrated their love, he was on FaceTime with his ex. While she slept on his chest, trusting and vulnerable, he was texting her. The Twitter account was methodical. White and Asian women. All with the same specific hair color as his ex. This wasn't random browsing. This was obsession disguised as preference. She swallowed her heartbreak. The trip he couldn't afford without her family's help. She wouldn't ruin it. Even while bleeding inside, she protected his joy. When she asked for his Snapchat data to verify the truth, he didn't comfort her fears. He got upset. Made her the problem. The victim became the villain. The words that should never leave a betrayed person's lips, "I'm sorry for acting crazy." His voice rose, "Because you are acting crazy." The gaslighting was complete. One simple request, stop watching porn that looks like your ex. A reasonable boundary. A basic ask for respect. Surely this would work, right? College meant new beginnings. Clean slate. Maybe distance from all that high school drama would fix everything. Maybe this time would be different. She found the ex-lookalike porn again. This time she had power. If I catch you again, we're done. For once, she meant it. For once, she felt strong. His TikTok history told a different story. Her friends. Her high school classmates. Girls who knew they were dating. Girls whose post he'd been using. It's just fantasy, he said. Not strangers. Not actresses. Her friends. People who smiled at her in hallways. Who knew her as his girlfriend. The humiliation cut deeper than betrayal. It was theft of her social world. He called it a break. He went home. 1 day later, they exchanged belongings and talked normally. The break dissolved like sugar in rain. Change is hard when you're afraid of it. While her best friend slept over, he photographed her Wattpad passwords. Her private reading world. Her intimate fantasies. He turned her friend's private escape into his personal porn catalog. Nothing was sacred. She thought she knew the worst of it. The ex, the friends, even her best friend's private stories. But some violations run deeper than betrayal. Hidden in his phone, a video she didn't remember. Of them. Of her, unconscious. A violation so complete it defied comprehension. In that video, while she lay unconscious, he called her by her friend's name. Even in violation, she wasn't enough to be herself. She stared at that video, trying to remember. Trying to find herself in that moment. But the girl on screen wasn't there at all. How do you leave someone when your family employs him? When your lives are braided so tight that pulling free might unravel everything you know? Her family's business. His summer income. Their intertwined histories. Every thread of connection became another reason she couldn't cut herself free. Deep down, she knew. Someone who truly loved her wouldn't have done these things. The knowing was the cruelest part. She feels stuck in a life that doesn't feel like hers anymore. First love. Last innocence. Some prisons are built from promises.